Welcome aboard to another episode from the Critics Collective. Today we are talking a thriller, brand new, just came out on Netflix. It is called The Woman in Cabin 10. And if it sounds familiar, it is because it goes with a novel that came out by the same title not too long ago. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you what this movie was about. I'm going to go ahead and rate it, and then I'm going to tell you why I rated it the way that I did. Now, with that being said, it says a traveler who is a writer stumbles upon a gruesome secret while traveling aboard a luxury cruise ship. That sums it up right. Unfortunately, it also foreshadows the whole idea of this movie here. Now, with that being said, we like to rate things. And before I go into my rating, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more here at the Critics Collective. We really appreciate you joining the family. Now, we rate things from a 0, which means horrible, all the way to 5, which means excellent. And go ahead and put in the comments if you've seen this movie already. Put in the comment, of what you think this movie was for you, or maybe even the book. One day we might discuss books, but my rating for this is simply a 1. It's a 1. Now, a lot of people are going to rate this higher than a 1. I'm going to rate it as a 1. Within the first 15, 20 minutes, 15 minutes is probably closer. You can see a boom mic hanging around. Now, you don't even see that in a Tubi movie or a lot of low budget movies. We've done a few of them just recently, but it's disappointing to have that. Now, I'll go into my lows and I'll go into my highs. The lows for this, the title could have been called Gaslighting, and you really didn't have to call. It's another movie where the title could have been changed to something else. You could call it Gaslighting. The other thing I would say, which is a low, is how was this movie decent yet horrible at the same time? You could fall asleep within the first 30 minutes, wake up as if someone threw you off of a cruise ship or a ship in general, and you'll be engaged to the thrill, to the plot that happens. But then for some reason, they can't stick the landing. It happens after a certain dinner scene, and things just go crazy after that. It's as if they didn't know how to end it. Now, this movie is an hour and 32 minutes. You could have shaved off 30 minutes, and it would have been a thriller that a lot of people would have been like, hey, this is interesting. I really like it. It's a decent watch. It would have been a better than decent watch. The other negative I would say is, how do you take a book? How do you take a book? Maybe this is the first book review, right? So you're coming in, it's the Dad Panther. He's like, hey, look, the book is The Woman in Cabin 10. I read this book, which is 100% true. I read this book. It's the reason why I watched this, because I was like, I think Woman from the Train or Girl Gone, there's certain books that I read that I wanted to see how it looked in this. And the book was not good. There are a lot of people that didn't even finish that book. That book had such a weird plot twist and pacing of that book. That book was not good. I would rate that book a 1 as well. So I was hoping that they would improve on the design, right? So how do you get the book and a lot of people say you're worse than the book? It wasn't. It was better than the book, but that's just what it is. A lot of issues with the plot. I didn't like how the filming was done. As far as the look, they try to make it really cold. So a lot of blue filters, I guess, and I don't know the terminology, and then warm lighting because you were inside the ship. And I just thought, I guess, what you're trying to do, but it didn't make me feel anything towards the characters of the story. The pluses that I would say is the cast. On paper, it's a really good cast. When you're watching the acting is good. When you're watching certain elements that are done in the settings, wow. I mean, okay. So for it to falter at the basis of the story, or where the twist is gonna happen, what the twist, or just the ending alone, they butchered you could honestly like get to the end and then let somebody go to use the bathroom. You pause it. Don't pause it. Just let them go use the bathroom, come back, and then tell them what happened. And they're like, bullshit, I don't believe you. And you're like, yeah. And it's not like a bullshit, I don't believe you, like it's a twist, like the Sixth Sense or something. No, it's not like, it's just, they're gonna be like, that's how this ended. We went through an hour and 30 minutes, and this is what they do. That's exactly what they do. So hit the subscribe button, like, follow, comment for more. Greatly appreciate it. Let us know in the comments, is there something else we should be watching? We watch a lot. I mean, whether it's wrestling, whether it's steamy, whether it's rom-coms, love, international, low budget, big budget, whatever, let us know. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here, and we greatly appreciate that. Remember, daddy loves you.